Have you ever wondered why church feels boring? You walk in, sit down, and tune out, like you're just going through the motions. But here's the truth, it's not the church or the preacher, it might be you. What if I told you I could figure out why church feels dull, just by looking at your phone's history or listening to your thoughts for a day? Here are some reasons to consider. Indifference to God. You don't see the value in church because you've stopped seeing God in it. It's not about the music, the people, or the building, it's about the absence of God at the center of your worship. Without that focus, everything feels empty. Distractions in life. We spend hours scrolling on our phones, watching Netflix, and chasing the next dopamine hit. How can church compete with that? The problem isn't the message, it's what you've conditioned your mind to find exciting. Living in constant sin. Sometimes, the boredom you feel at church is a result of unconfessed, ongoing sin. Sin dulls your spirit and makes everything, including worship, feel meaningless. If you're living in sin, it's hard to engage in the presence of God. Psalm chapter 66 verse 18. Repentance is key to reigniting your passion for Him. Judging others. Maybe you're too focused on other people. Look at how they act. Look at how they dress. Look at what they said. You're so distracted by others' imperfections that you've forgotten to focus on God. Lack of self-denial. Jesus said, "I came to do the will of my Father, not my own." John chapter 6 verse 38. If church feels boring, ask yourself, are you here to serve God or yourself? When you come with a consumer mindset, you miss the point entirely. You might have entered the narrow road that leads to life, but you are not walking on it. It's like when a new road is built and after it's open to use, you just stare at it, you have to actually walk on it. Chasing the wrong high. We love entertainment, energy, and excitement. But church isn't a concert or a TED Talk. It's a place for transformation. It's not supposed to give you a quick high, it's supposed to give you lasting change. The question is, are you open to it? No one in the Bible ever found God boring. Moses encountered God on Mount Sinai in awe and wonder. Isaiah, seeing God in His glory, was overwhelmed. David longed to be in God's presence. And the apostles, transformed by their encounters, boldly spread the gospel, no matter the cost. If God feels boring, it's not because He has changed, but because we've lost the awe of who He is. Let's return to that wonder, because that's where true life begins. If spending just 2 hours with God feels overwhelming, how will we spend eternity with Him when it's forever in His presence? Church isn't the problem, our hearts are. It's time to stop blaming the service or the preacher and start looking inward. What are you bringing to worship? Let's recenter our focus on God, not ourselves. That's where the joy starts.